my god. That is right, lads, welcome back to Transfers FC, and yes, we are back again discussing the latest Arsenal transfer news. Of course, the first thing we gotta discuss is Houssem Aouar, as reports are coming left, right and centre claiming that this deal is off. Oh, Arsenal, you had one job! Of course, with this being a transfer channel, we're going to have to get to the bottom of this and find out which fraud and who is behind this. So with that being said, guys, welcome back to Boys Channel. Back again. Transfers FC. I cannot be asked. Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Bavs14 and welcome back to your boys channel. I'm not going to ask you guys to like the video or subscribe or anything. Let's get straight into this and let's discuss what sounds like a massive piece of shambles. Bavs, calm down. Straight away, of course, we're going to get into it. What is going on with Houssem Aouar? The first thing I want to do is tell you guys right now, if perchance you guys have felt that I have kind of led you on during the transfer window, all I've really done is reported or talked about what's going on around social media and given my opinion. But of course, if that is the case, my apologies, I did not mean that. But the real frauds in this situation isn't me, isn't you, isn't anyone, except right now being Arsenal Football Club, because there are reports coming out of France and they are all claiming that this deal for Aouar to Arsenal is practically over. Is there hope? I'm not sure. The first report is from RMC and they are claiming that Memphis Depay and Houssem Aouar will not leave Lyon this season, and from Lyon's communication team that has come. Now I know I'm a man of positive vibes, but I'm finding it very difficult right now, aren't I? The next report is from Fabrizio Romano and he has said that Arsenal have never been confident because of the €50 million asking price asked by Aouar, and also reluctance to accept that is why Lyon consider the talks being off. Now how you read into that is up to you. For me, there's a little few things in there that I'm kind of holding on to, and that's it really. And the final, and after that you also have Telefit, the guys that have been breaking the news on the transfer throughout the window, and they're saying the ultimatum is on. Dialogue has stopped between Arsenal and Olympique Lyonnais. And so of course, on paper, reading off the lines, it sounds so negative, and understandably so. There are so many Arsenal fans panicking and questioning who are the frauds running Arsenal Football Club. But in terms of your boy, I am trying to find ways to look at this transfer saga. Now let me make it clear right now, I am not saying that Houssem Aouar is still going to sign for the Arsenal. But in terms of my personal opinion, there is still some hope deep inside me saying that this is not fully over. And that is because the reports we're getting right now, none of them are claiming that Lyon won't accept the price if Arsenal offer it. In terms of the price we're talking here is €50 million as reported by Fabrizio Romano, and some other reports have even claimed that Arsenal are just a matter of €7 million away from Aouar's asking fee. Now I'm not trying to give you guys any false hope, but me personally, I do believe this saga is still far from over and things are still possible. Again, that is my personal opinion, take it as you will. But it is all well and good of me saying that, but what is the substance behind what I'm saying? Well, that for me is the transfer of Lucas Torreira and the loan fee. As reported today and shown today, Torreira is in Madrid and he has completed his medical there. But the only thing that has held this transfer up so far is the fact that Atletico need to let go of a player first for them to bring in Lucas Torreira. While talking about that, Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that Nicolo Kalic from Atletico Torino agreement set to be reached over the next 24 hours. And so when Atletico are able to get this player out of the club, they can then go out there and finally sign Lucas Torreira on a loan with an obligation or an option to buy. Now of course, the main money for Lucas Torreira is going to come next season, but the key here for me is the potential loan fee. The reported fee that Atletico are meant to be paying Arsenal for the loan is around €7 million. So what is Bavs14 trying to say to you guys? Well, think about it right now. What is the difference between Aouar and Arsenal and the asking price? Isn't it €7 or €8 million? And that's why for me, I don't think this deal is completely dead in the waters. Now maybe it's just me being optimistic and my personality traits that I am a positive person. I look to see the positive side of life. And of course there is that famous Arsenal quote, it is the hope that kills you as an Arsenal fan. And of course, if you are one of the few fans that are panicking, that are struggling to see the positive sides, I understand your opinion and I can see exactly why you are not seeing what I am seeing. But in terms of my personal opinion, and I can't say that enough, I believe if Arsenal can sell the players and either even get the money from Torreira's loan fee, we then have the money on paper, surely, and then we can strike a deal with Lyon. Now, the only fear that I have over this transfer not happening is maybe a potential agreement with Lyon and Real Madrid, because my only fear is that Lyon have had a meeting with Aouar and they've kind of said to him that, listen, if you wait one more year, we are going to let you go to Juventus or Real Madrid, or a club that right now, with all respect, is far better to compete than Arsenal Football Club. And that for me is the only fear that I currently have. And also, we cannot forget Lyon's very sneaky president in Jean-Michel Aouar. This guy has a history of saying things like a player is going to stay. He did the same thing with Lacazette. He did the same thing with Mendy as well, who went to Real Madrid. And so honestly speaking, with the history that guy has, I do not believe a single word that comes out of my man's mouth. And so I understand the panic. I understand the slash of negativity. And as much as your boy loves the positive vibes, I am not tired from AFTV. But all I am going to say is there are still 2 days left of the transfer window. And in the window, anything is still possible. The deal might be dead and Aouar might not come to the Arsenal. And if that happens, it is heartbreaking. And also on that behalf, the Arsenal board, you have to look at yourselves, the ownership, whoever, you are failing Mikel Arteta. Aouar has been the priority from the day one of this window, and the fact that we were getting a free run, it was a no-brainer. And if it is true that we're only a matter of 7 to 8 million euros off, it is going to be so painful. And I can tell you for a fact right now, your boy is hurting inside, and there's nothing else I can really say. All we can do now is put it in God's faith. Hopefully Arsenal get some money in and then pay the money for Aouar. I personally do not believe this deal is fully dead, but again, optimism can start to run away. But that of course is my personal opinion. And guys, get in the comments and let me know, are you frustrated or are you one of the very few fans that holds hope that this deal is still possible? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And now we pray to the Almighty and we hope for the best. God, I'm begging, make it happen, please. But then, of course, we have to now talk about Thomas Partey. Oh, well, what can I say? Now, of course, on paper, if Aouar is not to come to the Arsenal, that means we have a player in Partey who we then need, and I mean need to 110,000% sign. And so the question really is, Babs, what is happening? Well, the first thing you have is a report out of the UK, and they claim that Arsenal still retain their interest in Partey, but haven't yet paid the release clause, but there is still internal belief in the club that a player still can be signed. Now, listen, Arsenal Football Club, I don't care if it's internal belief, I don't care if you have to take loans, I don't care anymore. I want one of these players, Partey Aouar. We want one and we need to get one, or else it is an embarrassment. You guys know that I am always a positive guy, but I am finding it so difficult right now. And so guys, please help me in the comments. I'm struggling right now. But in terms of my personal thoughts on the Partey transfer, again, I still think it's possible, but it all goes down to that one thing I keep on saying again and again, and that is selling these deadwood players that have held us back for year in, year out. Sell those players, get in the money, and end this ever so long draining transfer window. For me, it is essential, and I mean essential, that Arsenal get one of either Partey or Aouar. Both would be a dream upon even another dream, but that right now is way out of the equation. But with Partey being a bit more expensive and not being in installments, I do believe Arsenal will need to shift out a few players first, whether it's Guendouzi, whether it's Kolasinac, Mustafi, Socrates, I don't care anymore. Sell them, get the money in, and then activate the release clause and just let us move on with our lives, Arsenal, because trust me, we are all, as fans, getting very annoyed with it. I will say it one more time, we cannot end this transfer window without signing at least one of our main targets. Is it going to be Partey? Is it going to be Aouar? We are going to have to wait and see. But I understand you guys that frustrated, so get in the comments and let me know your thoughts on what is happening and what you think is going to happen. And finally, lads, let's discuss alternatives. Now, this is something that I do not want to discuss, but of course we are going to have to. With reports from ESPN now claiming that Arteta wants Jorginho on loan from Chelsea, with the priority having been Aouar ahead of Thomas Partey. Now, in terms of Jorginho, I cannot lie, I am not the most enthused. Don't get it wrong, I do think he's a decent little player, but at the same time, I do not think he's the player that we need. We do not need another player who plays like Granit Xhaka. We need a creative midfielder. I am sick and tired tired of watching Arsenal games where we cannot break down any sort of press and cannot make chances. I am just trying to understand right now how have Arsenal allowed Aubameyang to sign a new contract and how they convinced him without any sort of creative midfielder. Of course, that player is and meant to be Houssem Aouar, but at this point I would take any sort of creative midfielder, and I will go as far as saying right now, in my personal opinion, if Arsenal do not sign a creative midfielder before the end of this window, we aren't going to finish in the Champions League places. And trust me when I say that, that really hurts when I say that as well. And so now it is over to the Arsenal board. It is time to find out, are you frauds or are you the real deal, and are you going to get the creative midfielder we need? Is it going to be Partey? Is it going to be Aouar? Or is it going to be someone else? Lads, I'm not sure, but let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And there is nothing else I can really say except for the fact that I am really hurting inside right now. Arsenal, please just end this pain. All that being said, guys, of course I'm going to end the video there. If you have for some reason enjoyed this video, like the video and also do subscribe to the channel if you're new. Massively appreciated. If you would like to vent your frustration or even talk about some hope, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But yeah, with that being said, guys, I guess I'm going to end it there and there. In one of the final episodes of Transfers FC, this window now is starting to become very negative, very toxic, and that is over to Arsenal. The Arsenal board, this is a plea. This is me begging to you guys. Please, for the sake of our fans, for the sake of the club, get these transfers, or at least one, over the line. I will see you guys next time in a bit.